Hello. How's it going? Oh, I have to change the angle of my microphone. Hopefully that you can hear me better now. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, we're gonna put you on this screen for the time being. Drag that over here. And then I can swap my screen over. Oh, this is Vampyr. And this says, so many words, do not use any of the cures, any disease with any of the recipes shown in this game. No harms, no rats were harmed in the making of this game. Oh, I thought it was loading with that circle. Go get those subtitles on. The subtitle audio. Here we go. Yeah. Aim of speaker. Yeah, that'll help. Yeah. Brightness down 1. Gameplay. Alright, let's go right into it. Story mode. A vampire with low challenges will cut an important part of the experience, but will allow you to enjoy the story and no reward for finishing this mode without killing any civilians. Oh. Original. Cat progression is fast if you kill civilians. Competitive skill is linked to the number of civilians you killed. Oh, I don't want to kill any civvies. Your power as a vampire is tied to the civilians you choose to embrace. Enemies are hard to kill and harder to hit, and hit harder. Experience plus reward by killing enemies. Oh, hey. Alright. Just here chilling. We're gonna bite through some people. Thanks for the look. That little emoji that I have. Well, for a matter of fact, is it? Oh, that one.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment, a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Oh, I bet it stinks there. He's not having a good time. That's one hell of a party. Man's really pissed. Stop drinking the red wine. Can I drink some more wine? Oh.
Thirsty. So thirsty.
Oh, do you have a bottle of red wine? Oh, I don't know if you can resist the red wine.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Mary.
That wasn't red wine.
No. No. This horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain!
How? I was only after a bottle of red wine. Or,
These patrols are after me. No! No! Don't shoot!
do I run?
This is a nightmare.
Oh, maybe this is him running.
I need
Oh,
to
that's
get out
okay.
of here. This can't be happening.
Ow!
Please,
Shot
stop!
me in the bum.
I mean you no harm. What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Oh,
Now,
it's not a weapon.
I can defend myself.
That was red wine.
Kill that thing! Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice.
Chop me. Look, it's alright to slash him up.
Who are you? Stupid beast!
Now we're getting this kind of combat.
Sorry.
Sorry as I kill you.
No, please, stop!
Oh fuck, he parried me. Oh, I have an engine meter.
Filthy piece of shit! What do you want? I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's name? I'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me.
Ow, that was Bernie.
The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone. I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go!
He's got a fucking flamethrower. Oh no, it's not a flamethrower. Crossbow.
I need to find shelter. Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Oh, a new home. Let's say. A memory.
Brother. What have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Alright. Over here? What's this? Fire and sun. That's the wrong button. Touchpad. Please do not fear the sun or fire. They do not burst into flames or ashes when they are caught under the rays of daylight, but it hurts them good, really good. I have personally chained a vampire to a tree to see what happens when the sun is risen and the sun rises. Its skin blackened in a few minutes as if it was burning from the inside, its eyes and flesh melted, and I saw its unholy bones move and squirm as the beast tried to escape all day long. In the end, only a corpse remained. It started to slowly regenerate when the sun disappeared behind the horizon. I cut its head off to finally destroy it, and when I tried the same test with fire, the blood leech never came back from the ashes. Fire is our weapon of choice, brothers. To burn the beast is the best way to kill it for good. From Know Your Enemies. Alright. Oh, there's someone dead in here.
Wait, this one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
Oh, he found art. His own watch again.
That's impossible.
I had a pocket watch. Anything else in here? Fancy mirror? It looks broken.
Dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown of stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as wool. Who goes there? A prayer for the summoned by warrior song. A child born from darkness must take scent of his. Who's there? Are you referring to me?
What happened to his coat?
No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
Got some money? This guy. Old revolver.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now! No. There's time. I can save him. That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital! Done. He'll live. And now what? We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
He's been on the front line.
No, it never got easy.
Right, we got a revolver as well now. Anything else I can... There's a bed here. There's a note here. Crap. October, bad sleep. Becky coughed all night. The fever made her delusional. Heard a loud noise in the morning. It's a big machine some men brought by the bank to dig a big hole into the ground. It was some sort of mechanical shovel. Maybe I should go there and ask for some work. Becky needs medicine. Tried to talk to the men with the mechanical shovel. They told me they are digging mass graves all around London. Safety measures, apparently. Is there a new epidemic? Is the flu coming back? They had no work for me. Becky slept a little last night. The foundry has been closed and there are no more jobs nearby. I went to London to find more groceries and drugs. No trains. It took me the whole day to cross the Thames and come back. Becky seemed better. I made her soup, but she ate it. Found no drugs, only a few syringes and some sleeping pills on the black market. If you have no money left, maybe I could go to the then break. Hospital tomorrow, but it's so far. I fear leaving my wife for so long. Becky threw up the meal a few hours after she ate it. She is so thrown out it makes me cry. She says she hears voices outside at night. She says she wants to eat meat. Where would I find meat? Tomorrow I'll barricade the house to protect us from the looters. The men with a mechanical shovel have stopped digging the mass graves. I heard shouts last night as if they were attacked. Now there are only a few boats throwing bodies day and night into the giant hole. The smell is terrible. We should have left this house a week ago, but Becky, she refused to leave. She'd rather die, she says, with a nasty smile. Why is she torturing me so? Becky just attacked me. She jumped on me from the stairs and tried to bite me. I had to smack her, but she smacked me back. I went upstairs and locked myself in the bedroom. Now I can hear her crying and muttering downstairs. I retrieved the gun I hid in the cellar since the war to protect the house. Now I'm ready to use it to protect myself from my own wife. I could not sleep at all. Becky spent the whole night scratching at the door, asking for my help, begging me to let her in. I was too afraid to open it. I'm just waiting for her to die now. It would not be long. I pray it will end soon. I was so hungry I tried to go downstairs this morning. Becky was sitting in the armchair by the chimney. She was panting like a dog. What? Did you pause like that? It made me jump. Maybe AFK or something. Panting like a dog, looking at me without moving, just following me around the room with her eyes. Pointed the gun at her sore face, but she did not react. I could not pull the trigger. I went back to my room. The house is silent like a tomb, no more noise. Becky's dead now. Forgive me, my love. I was unable to save you. I'll be with you soon enough. I just read all that. Go to sleep.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it.
Uh-oh.
Rational thinking only.
Oh no. That's just gonna hurt. Wait, what? You want me to shoot myself? Alright. I'm here to eternity. Bullet still in him. Oh, I bled the bed.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, who changes blood in sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Evolution. Hide out beds allow you to evolve and rest. Spend experience points to level up and improve your vampiric skills. You drain your own blood to heal normal. aggravated damage instantly. Wait. Add more blood to heal yourself instantly and gain an additional boost on your health gen. Oh, cool. What kind of... what would you... oh, Shadow Mist. You throw a spear made of blood, which can pass through enemies in front of you. Place a cloud of shadow at the target's feet or yours. The cloud will explode after a short time, causing heavy damage. Ooh. Close range strike that will cut through all living creatures in the... I'm going to go for the Shadowy Mist. I don't know how many we have point-wise. How do we know how many points we've got? Oh, it's up there. Is it XP? So, yeah, 'cause let's see what we've got there. Yeah. Alright.
That voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Uh-oh. Reach North Bank. How do I use these? Passive, that's a passive skill, okay. That's aggressive. I use the aggressive. R1. Okay. Eternal Thirst.
Where is it? It's closed.
These people want me dead.
I'm gonna leave.
I need to leave now.
You're closing the door behind you though.
Here's the leech. Here!
That was cool.
My head's spinning.
There's a few loops in that dust.
Oi! Come out, you coward! Clever fucking beasts.
Oh, what's this? I use steak.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End.
Press triangle to use to strike and inflict stun damage. Stun enemy can be bitten.
Die, vermin!
Go back home.
Bite and stunned enemy.
A strength I never knew I had.
Oh, now you have blood press. I want to unleash your power. How do I aim at that guy? Like that?
Get them weapons ready!
Oh. Oh, they've got bars above their heads. Whoa, that was some cool dodging. That. I think I can do it when I got blood.
Every fiber of my being is afire. I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
Oh crap. Oh, that's quite a powerful attack, that shadow.
My strength. My reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
What's that on the wall? Quarantine. Contagious disease. One shall enter or leave quarantine area without written. The local health authority. An authorized employer of the blank shall alter. Destroy or remove this card. Violation, this will be fines. Oh, press the wrong button. How's gonna do that? I can dodge infinitely? The king and country need you. Join the blank and help. Yeah, join the British ranks and help the brave lads at the front line.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to
I
you.
can eat rats.
For what happened to us.
Where's that other rat gone? Give me this. Nom nom nom.
This is despicable. I cannot enter.
Oh, sweet.
The dizziness from the jump. I can
Oh, loading.
control it.
Ellen.
It's locked.
I open this box. Anything in it? Nope. Oh, was that another rat? Nom 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 nom.
I have this thirst for blood.
Can't see anything this way.
What will London have to say to me?
Oh, heaps loads of cash. Doors are locked.
I've so many questions unanswered.
Oh, more money.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
Oh,
Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. Something dire must have come about.
Frown off the edge. Oh, he's running maybe.
Where has everyone gone?
More handprints.
According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail.
Oh, it's a rat. Wonder why it was moving. Ah, I've got full blood now. Ooh, hideout. Oh, hideout. Ooh. Oh, there's a box here. I make things. Oh, I need components though. Read the gun. And need the other bits and pieces as well then. Is there a pocket watch? Oh, you can get stuff from them. Oh, what are these? This is the damage inflicted by using bite. Your life regeneration when biting. Blood absorption. Of stamina. I'm gonna upgrade my capacity. Wow, there are a lot in here. 50%. Or 300. That's 1,000. All defensive. Will block your attacks. Target's attacks in their. Will block your target's blood in their veins, making them defenseless. Whoa. Create an invisible barrier absorbing direct damage until it fades or is destroyed. That one's cool. Following night. Bits and pieces. Oh, common parts. Can I upgrade the gun then? I need 3 of these parts. Springs as well then. Knife, can I upgrade the knife? Oh. Alright. Let's continue outwards. Went this way.
At last, a little life.
Who do I want to talk to? Maybe the bartender.
My God, sir.
Hello,
you look like
Ian.
Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Long night.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
What about these murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
I'm looking for someone.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
Interesting. How long has he, who is this man?
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
How long has he been here?
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business, you hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
That's just asking for me to have a fight.
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom, then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
What's going on?
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, now all these terrible murders.
What about the murders?
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
Oh. I just want to talk.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
All right, bye-bye.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
There's no red wine in this place.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain?
Oh.
You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. With anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
He didn't close the door. I see.
And who might you be?
I don't know.
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
You're like an expert.
You seem the expert. How would that be?
I have my secrets, as you have yours.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
Alright. What is the Brotherhood?
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Oh, just fucking chuck me out, why not?
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
Help me.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
Yes? Should we roll with it? I'm gonna roll with
A
it.
shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I demand answers.
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Very well. I robbed from him. Where's the person that was out here? Why is there blood over there? Interrogate the locals. Bring up the bottom on the right
If
side.
Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
He didn't deserve this.
It's locked, all right.
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Oh, hint required.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
We can come back to him.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Did anyone else come into this bar?
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
Not wrong.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
What about...
Poor Jack. He didn't deserve this. Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I want the truth.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Tell me more about him.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Oh, you now have a... you discovered a hint. There was a secret about civilian or someone related to them. A vampire, you need human blood to evolve. Blood quality bar. Quantity bar. Increases the XP you will earn if you feed on civvies. We got this one here. Quality is quality, yeah. Oh, can we cure him? Blood loss. Quality.
You cannot see me now, Mum.
You again.
Crap.
What can I do for you?
As a vampire, you can force a civvy to reveal information thanks to a hint you have discovered.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Just hypnotized him. Who is he?
Who is he?
William? Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the cannon factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
Alright. I need to find him.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What do you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Very well.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
Oh, I can't go out here. I have to go the other way. Okay, don't use powers in front of civvies.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me? To this city?
Blood over here. I want to know why. What's going on over here?
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood.
Examine the wounds.
This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim.
Examine the outfit.
This man was armed. He tried to defend himself.
Examine the boat.
Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker.
A lot of gin going around at this time of London.
What's this? Some sort of note.
Oh, here we go. Alright, move on.
There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
That note say. There's information. Hey, what? Where'd it go? I am. October 30th. Dock patrol. Multiple deaths in the dock region. We believe a nasty leech is involved. Locate the beast, purge it, and quickly. Warning, according to recent reports, this vampire is very violent. Approach with extreme caution. I know we lack men in this part of town, but don't send rookies to investigate the case. If I'm correct, we've got a frenzied one, killing each night. As always, search abandoned places first. At old houses, basements, sewers, and warehouses. Destroy the Leech brothers.
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters.
Can't jump the dock. Can I jump the dock? 70 meters away. What's that say? Join the Royal Fleet today. I want a boat. Trail of blood from the pier. Oh yeah, I could jump, can't I? Oh. There are people inside here. Oh, can I stealth? I'll get in here actually. That goes in here. Out of combat. Silently behind the enemy, press X.
Over there!
And went boom. Oh, bullets. Equip and press triangle to use your ranged weapon and inflict both standard damage and stun damage. Beware that your ammo is limited.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
What did it say? It said Uh-oh. That's that. Oh, is it like a second, an offhand weapon? Oh, zoom in. Okay, cool. I can swap weapons.
Something's dug in here. You've got one job, and that's to find it. And find it far.
There's two down there, I think.
But why do they hide where it's so damn cold?
Meant to be up here. What's up here? Oh shit.
I'd head back if I were you, sir. Go back home, idiot!
He's not happy with me. Oh, shotgun shells. Shotgun though. Some enemies are more resistant to certain types of damage. There are 4 types of resistance: physical, melee and ranged, power, blood, and shadow. Orange indicates a medium resistance, red indicates a high resistance. Weak to shadow.
This one's mine!
Unblock.
He's dead!
Oh, you gave me rifle ammo. This is blood trail.
Look lively! It's on to us!
Oh, I just shot him. Oh, double.
Murdering bastard!
Oh, that delicious red wine. All this. Anything useful up here? There's someone up here. Wait. Oh, there's a box here. What's this? Oh, did I just get like a... Oh yeah, that's a shotgun off. Increases damage dirt, increases reload time. Okay. Rats are often located near hideouts. Nom 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 nom. Gross. There's another dude here. Evening, sir. Oh, you can take the shortcut. Oh, that was cool. The hideout found. Oh, I wonder if I can craft stuff now. I've picked up quite a bit of stuff. Have enough components to improve one of your weapons. You can upgrade your weapons to a new level with the required ingredients. It will inflict more damage. You will also gain access to customized slots. Increase damage, decrease stamina consumption. Nice. Require some blood now. You can upgrade some stuff. Increase my health. These ones down here. The Abyss, Rage. A shadow at your target's feet, continuing to life. Coming to life, the shadow interrupts an enemy in the area and inflicts tremendous damage. Was there a book there? A book? No book. Oh, they respawned. Okay. New patrol that sets up after every time you sleep.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
There's a lot on the floor. Ooh. Details on this guy. Don't know much about him, but we're gonna... Oh, that's William. You equip the two-handed weapon and press... Right, now I have a second weapon. Attack speed is low, so it's stamina cost.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
My dearest friend, you're my last and dearest friend.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Whoa, okay. Here, have it. Just stun the shit out of you. Have it. He got me. Oh. Seems a lot of stamina doing that. Oh, he stunned me. Have it. After that nice red wine. Who's this over here? Was he alive?
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
We knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
Oh.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
But that she was gone.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave.
A fancy boat.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
Better. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Right, can we... There was a box over here. Yeah. Yeah?
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Oh, I took a sample of his blood, I guess. Alright. Oh, you put some clothes on, like some clean clothes. Running around with blood all over you is not going to be very suspicious.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it!
He's
I had my
fanboying.
suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
He's bumped. He had a proper...
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Why are we stopped in the center of the ocean?
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go with it. Red wine for the days.
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
It's on this fancy boat. If he'd have fallen in the water, then that would have been hilarious.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
I cannot enter.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the source of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
I've a mind to let you bleed out. Good luck then, sir.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
I've been muted for I don't know how long. How much XP you obtain from a pet? Higher the quality, the more XP you gain. Drink the blood of your prey. You first need to them to lead them out of sight from others. Will be equal or higher than the civilians' resilience. You can mesmerize them.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him, the dark.
Very small and it can provide a massive XP boost, but be aware that there will be consequences. Learn more about the civilian and then collecting his hint. I don't want to eat him.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
We can actually heal him. Okay, just gonna leave him be.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
It's locked, all right.
Mako wants me to eat. I'm giving in. Right now it's freezing. Oh, it definitely is. They're outside and everything.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Your life in London? The situation here.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
Visible enemy?
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
This hospital fail?
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them? Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Okay. Anyone that stands out?
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Ah, so he found some information.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Very well. Oh, I don't have any information on her, so I can't open up.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Oh.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
You want to wash your hands?
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Thank you. I have some questions.
I would like to ask a few questions first.
Who is Dr. Swansea?
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
He knows me more than I know him.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Alright. How was Hampton?
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in. How does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
Very well. Second floor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Anyone else I can speak to? That looks like a postman.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Oh. Your life in London. How's the situation around here?
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
He's so honest.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I'll bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
That's... sanitary? Oh, that's that cleanliness.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Oh, is that sanity?
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Oh, we got an investigation. Oh, looks like the game doesn't actually fit the border.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
He's not wrong. But none of that. Let's trade.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
That's a shotgun. Alright. Oh, they're expensive. Alright. An update for Into the Backyard Garden. I guess it's that head there. Who are you, lady? Hello. Hello?
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Oh shit. Oh, you must have just shifted while I was
Goodbye,
talking to
nurse. Call me
the
if
ambulance
you need
driver.
assistance.
Another night with the glorious battalion.
We only have three staff members. Due to the influenza, this hospital can no longer take in any patients. Please go back home. met you? Odin, what did I do?
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How's the staff coping?
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Oh?
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Okay, we're learning more about people.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Well, we got something on You've been a nurse for how long?
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You're right. When dealing with such a terrible disease, one must remain humble. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try our best.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How's the situation here?
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
The Spanish flu won't last forever.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Get a grip.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
I don't have any personal questions because I don't know much about her.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Did see dude walk out? Where'd he go?
Surely I can endure.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
How's your life in London? Tell me about the staff.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
What's the situation?
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
people are more important.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
You are exhausted.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No, we must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
Very well. Nothing here, but we did open
Goodbye, Dr.
another slot for nurse. Hello, shit.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Okay, what's up?
Good evening, Doctor.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Alright, so we got more details on those two. I haven't spoken to him properly yet. These two are connected.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
And the ambulance driver.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Your video.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Came in here trying to mesmerize this guy and he just took a shot right back at him.
Goodbye, Milton. Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Who's this?
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
I open any slots for her? Oh.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Hello? Bye-bye.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Don't look that bad besides a bit of a... Oh, this side. You look burnt this side, yeah. Stay here.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Who's treating you?
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
This guy's so sad.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
I think that's for him. I do. Did you serve long?
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Very well.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Let the lady go. There.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital.
She...
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal.
Right.
You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Oh? Are you?
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Describe how you feel.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
Ever heard of Sed syndrome?
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Oh, do you know who you're talking to? Are you a patient here?
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Your enemy?
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
We'll take care of you.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Didn't I unlock something? Who are you really?
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Okay, I'll come back to that.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
He's playing along now.
Its effect on me. But the suffering continues.
Oh, he's awake.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory.
Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
About Tom Watts.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Despair?
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
About this corruption.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
Your presence in William Bishop's den.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
Getting more info.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Situation in the East End docks.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Oh, what happened?
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Oh, Clay Cox was down there.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Personal questions. I do. How do you feel?
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Give you an orange juice. Might help. Made friends since you arrived?
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really. But I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke. Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
What do you do for a living?
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest?
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Okay.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Oh. Maybe... the one that...
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
The one the doctor showed me was made of a certain material. So maybe I could think that might have affected me.
Fear and disgust.
I talked to her again because we got some little info.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
I need More hints.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Oh, sick again. My blood boil with the fever. Here again.
They're all healthy. Whoa. Why is he glowing? Holy crap, this guy is seriously glowing. Maybe he's a key character.
It's locked.
Long letter. Where did they go again? It is a fucking long letter. This. I think it's a big city. Come as soon as you can. Give me all the good news before that. Yeah. Oh, okay. We found some news on. Where did she go? She's probably outside still. A lot of patients. Oh, you have got a lot of blood on you.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Oh no.
Thank you, Nurse.
I was just popping by.
Never could keep anything from her.
You.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Is it arguing about your case?
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
I see that.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Alright.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies.
Alright. I have any personal questions? No. Alright.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Sweet girl.
I rob stuff.
Reads me like a book. I never could keep anything from her.
Another letter. Dear children, sorry I did not write to you before, but it hurts like hell just to write these few words on the bloody paper. Don't worry, Daddy will go to the Daddy will go out of the hospital. What? As soon as the doctor fixes his arm. In the meantime, if you need something, go see Chadwick at the construction site. Tell him you are Fiddick's kids. Remember Chadwick, the big guy with a mustache who helps me repair the house last spring. Go see him and ask for a few bob. He won't refuse to spare you a few. I'm sorry I can't work anymore for now. But we'll figure out something as soon as I'm out. Don't worry, everything will be fine as soon as Daddy's arm is strong again. As soon as the doctors have fixed my arm. Alright. With a new hint available to this guy.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
You seem worried about the safety of your family. And it's obviously the reason why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
What about their mother, if I may ask?
She died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids.
Yeah.
We never found her body.
Oh, about the death of your wife.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
Yeah. Oh. Are your children alright?
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
Oh, that'd been terrible.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
He broke his...
Goodbye for now, Mr.
I think the last one would be
I'll
about
see
his
you
arm.
later.
Sweet girl. Treats me like a book.
There's so many people to talk to, it's crazy. Unknown, I don't know this guy. Who are you?
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
About the hospital.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
I'm quite optimistic.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True, true. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
Wait, sub-quest.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose that?
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
Glad to help you.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
What about your experiments?
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
Not that hint then. We've got another hint somewhere. Are we gonna just steal his technique?
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Okay. Tell me about Fiddick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father. Ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Ah, more hints on that guy. Oh, this I wouldn't say it's a spook game because we play a vampire. It's more of an RPG. You must remain neutral.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Alright, so we've got a hint on the other guy.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Where's that? Where's Fiddick gone? He's in here. Door's locked.
Time with me.
Who the hell are you? That's a fancy hat.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Oh, I've been here for like 10 minutes. Tell me about yourself.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Okay. What are you doing in life?
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Are you
really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes. Thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
Alright, so you've got a fair pocket change.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Oh, tell me about your arrival.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
Oh, she taken a pocket. Charged you?
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Okay, so she's a bit pissed off about paying for the bed.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Hello, lad. Are you? Nice to meet you.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
Happened to your
I
neck.
suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
How painful is your throat? You're asking the person that has a painful throat to talk.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
Must communicate.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Alright. Didn't fade away. Interesting. I'm gonna have to pick it out of him. Oh, he's got a better mind over me though, so I can't really get any knowledge. So I upgrade that. How do I upgrade that? How do you upgrade your mesmerization? Keep trying. Is there a skill that I get from that? Where are the skills? Oh, they're on the bed, aren't they? Always just give it.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm alright.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Alright.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Okay, you're in good hands. Is your mother bothering you?
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Oh.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
Right, so she might be quite clingy.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Said mother.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
I can't tell her to leave yet.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
I'll come back to that. Got this guy to talk to.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Why I feel guilty about? It's a 1-1, so I should win this.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
Your wife's dead because of you?
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Alright, so unlocked most of him.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I guess you can build them up and then just eat them all if you want to go bad. First off, where is that? Oh, that's the wannabe vampire. I haven't even been upstairs yet.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
My personal question. I don't have any. Okay, so.
Goodbye, Milton.
Focus isn't on him, it's on the nurse. Whoever she may be.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Pembroke is still standing up.
You.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Oh, why did you charge her?
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
Proud of what you've achieved is unacceptable. Proud of what you've achieved.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
Alright. Update her.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Who are we trying to slap about for charging for a room? Let's say. And in Mercy, they depend on you. Nurses are needed now.
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
There's one other nurse. That's who I've just spoken to. Where is the other nurse? On this side. What about this nurse?
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Oh, she
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
doesn't have any options.
My sweet girl. Reads me like a book.
Come now, we can handle this.
There was two nurses outside.
If only there were more of us, with less resignation and more determination.
I know I can count on you. I wish I could say the same for the others.
You look exhausted. You're pushing yourself too hard. You don't have to bear the burdens of this hospital alone.
Right, well, they're in a chat. I guess we go upstairs then, because I can't find the other lady. Oh, what's down here? Oh, I can rob this. Oh, this way. What's down here?
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Be a bit faster with these guys. We're level 6, so I've got to be careful. Door open? No. Where are you guys? Yeah, he parried me. Level 7 then. Yeah, have it. Right. Right. Oh, there's something shiny on the floor. I can actually raid the bins. Find the lost wallet. Okay. Photograph of a smiling and loving couple with a few words written on the back. Okay.
So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item.
Oh.
Those two have hidden their affections well. It's locked.
Damn. Why did it go white though? the lock button. Quarantine, seized area. And quarantine posters up. Public notice, cover each cough and sneeze with a handkerchief, walk to work, not spit, drink from your own cup, avoid crowds, if taken ill, go to bed and send for a doctor. To make a, oh my god, this is like so to now. To make a mask, take a piece of ordinary cheesecloth, fold it to make it 8 by 8. Next, fold this to make it 8 by 4. Cords about 10 inches long at each corner, apply over mouth and nose as shown in picture. And they still didn't listen back then either. Flying, yeah?
It's here again.
Oh, hello, nurse.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
I'm going to question him instead of her.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
But the suffering continues.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I found your wallet.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
Alright. One up me, innit, on this. I'd rather actually win.
Goodbye, Milton.
Somehow build up my mesmerism. Need to mesmerize. Right, so office is on the 2nd floor. Am I actually going to approach it? Not this 2nd floor. It's not the 2nd floor. This is definitely the 1st floor. To read.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own.
What happened there? I lost...
At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
I didn't lose that many frames. Was that when it was loading, maybe? Holy shit, that's a fuck ton of frames. When it was loading. Rare opportunity, and that's a lot of blood awareness. This may be the most orc-sending vampire since it is the cause of so many vampire knowledge. What's down here? A lot of space in here. Get some rest and level up. This barrier up so I can heal. Check myself. Oh, science. I carry 3 syringe. Number of bullets you can carry. What's this? Shadow Veil. Drain your stamina to fade to the shadows and become invisible to most enemies. Moving in this state will drain more stamina. You will exit the shadow if you attack or dodge, or when you run out of stamina. Perform a supernatural move to your target and cause damage upon landing. Oh. What's that?
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Where can I get some water from? Your cup first.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Okay.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night.
Oh, I just got a hack.
I have so much time now.
Age 28. Patient's face has been heavily burned and disfigured by a bomb during the war. Even with the use of the strong sedatives, he regularly endures severe pain from the wounds, as if the fires are still burning under the skin, he says. Examining the tissue shows no trace of inflammation, infection or swelling. Scars are clean. Could it be a case of paralyzing nerve damage, persisting nerve damage? Patient never ceases to blame himself for his disfigurement. Could it be a case of guilt of the survivor? Phantom pain manifesting as a punishment for not dying with his comrades? Maybe. Got some hints on that guy now. It's not this way, it's outside, isn't it? Looks like it's on the same floor level. Another unknown doctor. I should have done the other thing first. Rest. Oh, just fucking reset, that said, not rest. One more on. Yeah, defensive strike over here, didn't I? Then what else did I grab? Oh, it's a flip more damage. Oh yeah, didn't I get capacity up? Oh,
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
What does that say? Dr. Jonathan, I asked Nurse Crane to secure an office for you on the second floor. Please forgive the... but it's not exactly... Sorry to let you discover your office alone, but I need to sleep a little before going back to work. I'm just a mere mortal after all. I also gave orders to let you rest and for the staff to never enter your room. You will be able to sleep all day without being disturbed and work at night without any...
It's freezing here.
Who's... Someone's demanding my presence.
Come on, I don't have all night.
How can I help you?
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
There's nothing here.
Sorry. There's nothing here.
Some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Very well. Yeah. Oh, damn it. Every time. Every time. Uh-oh. Yeah, on that lovely note, gonna end it there. Everyone that popped by. It's always nice. And yeah, I might see you on the weekend. Jump into a few chats. Yeah. Have a good weekend, everyone, and stay chill. Bye bye.